So Wolf Blass Wines was founded by Wolfgang Blass, obviously with a name like that. He's a German. He was trained in Germany as a winemaker, so he grew up in East Germany after the war, studied winemaking, and then ended up in England working for Avery's, buying wine in Europe and blending it and bottling it in London. But Wolf's a very entrepreneurial man, very highly driven, very successful man, and he felt restricted by the rules of the old world, that you needed to be old and been in the industry for a long time before you got success. So he decided to come out to the new world and make a new life for himself, and so he chose Australia. He actually went to Australia House. He tells the story that he went to Australia House in 1960 and tasted the wines that were available at the time and said that they were that bad that he thought that he had to be successful if he went to Australia because he couldn't make wines that were that bad. So in 1961, he flew out to Australia on a 3-year contract and worked for a company for 3 years. He said it was, compared to Europe, quite an eye-opener that if you went to a bar or a pub or any social event, the men used to stand around the keg drinking beer and the women used to sit and talk in the corner. And so when he established his own business, part of his selling was really about getting wine as part of changing that culture so everyone could be involved in drinking wine, enjoying wine, and getting women and men together. And that certainly happened through the 1970s into the 80s, that culturally Australia changed from a very blokey society to a much more international society driven around good food, good wine, and a mixing of all cultures.